By 1966, Toho's special effects films were more popular than ever. Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster proved to be an even greater financial success than the previous film, and so it only made sense to continue making more movies. Given how popular Ghidorah had become, the studio once again brought together the fathers of Godzilla to craft a direct sequel, titled Invasion of Astro-Monster, which brought back the same monsters, minus Mothra, for a brand new adventure that would take the Godzilla franchise into the next frontier, and even further transform the former nuclear nightmare into the nation's hero. It is the distant future of 1960X, and astronauts Fuji and Glenn are on a two-man mission to explore the mysterious Planet X. There they discover its inhabitants, the Exilians, are being tormented by King Ghidorah, and in a desperate bid to rid themselves of the monster, the aliens call for the aid of Godzilla and Rodan to help them. Humanity kindly obliges, hoping to establish positive relations with this seemingly peaceful alien race. But all is not as it appears, and it turns out that Planet X has other far more dastardly plans for Earth. Invasion of Astro-Monster is another notable milestone for the Godzilla franchise. It is the very first film to feature alien invaders who use mind-controlled monsters to attack the Earth, a plot device that will become increasingly prevalent as the series went on. It is also the first Godzilla movie Toho co-produced with an American studio. As a result, the film stars an American actor, Nick Adams, who speaks English alongside the rest of the Japanese cast. This, along with the almost Buck Rogers-esque science fiction story and setting, gives the film a more distinctly Western flavor that makes it more accessible to American audiences. Make no mistake though, this is a Japanese Godzilla movie to the core. Invasion of Astro-Monster caps off Ishiro Honda's trilogy of G-flicks with a bang, upping the stakes while delivering a story that, while still a bit cheesy, is genuinely engaging and captures your attention. The human storyline is wonderfully interwoven with the monster action, and in fact is done so well that you don't mind when the monsters aren't on screen. The pacing is excellent, starting slow and building up until all hell breaks loose at the end, where it finally delivers on all the mayhem and destruction you've been waiting for. This film also has one of the better cast of characters in a Godzilla movie. Akira Takarada and Nick Adams have really great chemistry, making the cross-cultural friendship between Fuji and Glenn feel all the more authentic. Akira Kubo stands out in his very first appearance in the series as the sympathetic and down-his-luck inventor Tetsuo. However, the two who make the biggest impression are Nick Adams, who adds a sense of American swagger that really livens things up, and the lovely Kumi Mizuno, who is iconic as Miss Namikawa. And while their romance is mostly handled off screen and admittedly pretty shallow, it does add a bit of star-crossed tragedy to the story.
In defense of Earth, we're gonna fight to the last man, baby. Now where's your conscience, or have you turned that over to your computers too, huh?
Aside from a few wonky shots here and there, the special effects and model work are exceptional for the time period, and the selective use of the monsters means that they almost always look great when they are on screen. This film also has the distinction of being one of the few Godzilla movies to take place in space, and the execution and art design has a charming 60s era B-movie feel that instantly endears. The citizens of Planet X, dictated by logic and computer programming, are some of the most memorable aliens to appear in the series, and sport a look that is somehow both stylish and laughably cheesy in the best possible way. Unfortunately, this film also has the distinction of being the first entry in the series to use stock footage from prior movies. Moments from Rodan and Mothra are reused during the big final destruction sequence, and while only die-hard eagle-eyed viewers will notice, it did set a bad precedent for future films while cheapening this one a little. Also, as good as the movie and overall story is, there's no denying that the monsters do kind of feel like an afterthought, and the plan of the Exilians doesn't really make sense when you think about it. However, none of these issues takes much away from the overall enjoyability of Invasion of Astro-Monster. It sports an engaging science fiction story, quick but intense high-quality monster action, above-average characters, and fantastic special effects and art direction that is frankly of higher quality than a lot of similar kinds of films of this era. It is a superior sequel to Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, and a testament to the importance of plot and character even in a silly monster movie. It arguably just might be the best entry of the Godzilla series to come out of this decade, making it one of the most accessible and entertaining films in the franchise. For more reviews and opinions on all things Godzilla, subscribe and stay tuned to Up From the Depths.